1, 2, 3, clap. Saving your energy. What is this?
So very little to give.
It's like the middle of summer and they're saying, don't turn on your air cons. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, it is my David Mitchell. It's Brogan Hastings.
And over there in Western Australia, that's my Lee Mack. It's Wayne Jovinassi.
That just sounds weird now.
It does.
It was fine when I said it, and then you said it, and it's like, no, it's just not good.
It doesn't sound good out. No, it's like you need the whole thing. You need you are the Lee Mack to my David Mitchell.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So at least now we're kind of explaining what we're talking about to the listening public of Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast.
I told my mother about that because she started watching Would I Lie to You?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Wayne said this, and she thought that was really funny, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So those who don't know, Would I Lie to You is a television program. It's a panel comedy show in the UK where you got the host, Rob Brydon, who really forms no real purpose in the show, I've just realised. Because it's not like he awards points or anything like that. He just keeps he keeps it flowing. I guess he does. No, you get points when you get things right or wrong.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. And then you got the two team captains, David Mitchell and Lee Mack. David Mitchell, known for multiple television shows as a writer, has got a column in The Observer. Lee Mack is a comedian, stand-up, also done sketch shows and stuff like that. Basically, they are opposites, I feel. Would you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah, so David Mitchell is kind of not uptight.
Stuffed shirt.
But
posh.
Yeah, a bit more proper.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but it's a different class of humour, I think, to
David
Lee Mack.
Mitchell was brought up properly. Lee Mack was dragged up kicking and screaming.
Yeah, exactly. But I was watching the latest episode of this show, Would I Lie to You? It's all about the person reads a card which either has a lie on it or a truth on it. And basically, if it's truth, the person gets asked questions by the other side about this story that they're telling, and if it's a lie, they have to make it up on the spot. And then afterwards, the other team guesses if it was truth or lie. Lee Mack's go-to, no matter what, whether it's telling the truth or lying, is literally a joke to everything that is said.
Every single thing.
Every single thing. And also, usually, something to annoy David Mitchell, who is the other team captain.
Yep.
And I realised, my goodness, I am Lee Mack, Brogan is David Mitchell.
Yep. The thing that terrifies me about that analogy is... who is the Bob Mortimer in this thing? Who is the guest that we bring on to try and break me?
Who could break you? I'm trying to think of, some of the... I mean, it could just be Paul Mattingly.
I don't think... I think Paul and I are too similar for him to break me.
Okay. When you say break, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just it sent me into a spiral like David Mitchell does whenever the little thing lights up in front of Bob and he goes, oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you any Bob Mitchell stories from that. Yeah, because I only remember the latest episode. Bob Mortimer.
That's the one.
I only remember the last episode I saw, and I can't remember anything else ever.
the what? I mean, I remember a lot because I've watched the compilations a lot because it just fucking cracks me up. But the one that always springs to mind is putting an egg into his bath because Chris Rea told him to.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
He always cracks an egg into his bath because Chris Rea told him to.
Cracks an egg into his bath?
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, fills his bath with hot water, cracks an egg into it.
Yes.
And then bathes with it.
Yes.
And this was a true story?
What do you think?
No, it can't be. Can't be true. Fucking surreal, isn't it?
I think it was fake, but I think they said true.
Be, yeah. The latest episode I watched has had an Aussie on it. Young Aussie stand-up, Sam Campbell. He was on the last season of Taskmaster. Yeah. I've watched a bit of his stuff on YouTube, a whole special. I think it's hilarious. He looks a bit funny, but he's hilarious. And because I'm watching this thinking, I reckon this is like a pretty cool moment for him right now, for Sam Campbell, because he's gotten to tell a story. And he is getting asked questions by David Mitchell, and it's not because like usually it's like there's a lot of familiarity with the guests.
Yeah,
but watching this, David Mitchell is so enthralled in what he is saying, and like he seems very different. He seems like an excited puppy, asking Sam questions and stuff. So I think that would be pretty cool experience. I think to be like coming up in your craft, and then it seems to be doing all right in the UK.
Yeah.
And then you're on a panel show with all these hugely popular people in the country.
Yeah.
Three
big names in comedy in the UK.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Rob Brydon is also huge, really, compared to
Rob Brydon
everyone
is
else on that
international.
show. Yeah.
David Mitchell, possibly. Lee Mack, not as much. David Mitchell, I think, but because Peep Show was quite popular.
I can't remember how I first learned about David Mitchell and what it was that I watched, but it wasn't Peep Show.
Yeah, no.
Oh, one day it will come to me, because he had it seems to be the thing is that every comedian is the host of a panel show and then also goes on panel shows.
Yeah, we just got panel shows.
Yeah, David Mitchell's panel show. Surely they weren't actually doing this. They were taking the comedians or whatever, like keeping them under lock and key for like a weekend or something like that, or a week with no outside world coming to them. And then they would be asked questions about the news and headlines, and would have to, I can't exactly remember what it was about, but it was so fucking weird. But it's like, this is a working professional. You can't take them out of their regular life for a week to hide them from the internet and the television and the radio to ask them questions for a silly show.
I don't know this one. I'm going to have to look this up.
Yeah, I have to look it up. I can't remember exactly what it is. But I think that was more or less the premise. But yeah, I mean, he's done... and I can't remember his first name, Webb, because it's Mitchell and Webb. Robert Webb. They would do a bunch of stuff together.
Because Robert Webb was in Pete's show. The Mitchell and Webb look was a sketch show. But I probably know Robert Webb from, and this is so entirely random, but there's a thing called Let's Dance for Comic Relief, and I believe this was the first year that it was done. Yeah. And Robert Webb decided he was going to do Flashdance. And he was so fucking good.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to say good or bad.
It was so fucking good. And the hilarious thing was, because they do like a little video at the start, like they do with with Full Us. And it was like, he's like, I just want to weld. It's like, I just want to weld. Which for anybody who doesn't know is the opposite of Flashdance.
Yeah. It's like, all my life I'm just being forced to dance. All I want to do is follow my passion and weld.
That's essentially what it was.
Yeah,
but he has
that's a good joke.
Fabulous legs. Like, holy shit. And he came out with the wig and everything, like proper dressed up as her from Flashdance. It was amazing.
And did he do the bucket pull at the end?
I think he did. I mean,
he has to have. You can't do the Flashdance dance without the bucket pull.
I mean, I think the only thing was, bearing in mind it was on a stage where other people were dancing as well. And I think it was live.
That means nothing. Look, I'll be honest, I've never seen Flashdance. I only barely know the plot. I didn't even know that there was water that fell down from the ceiling until, what year was it? It must have been 2020 Scoop Fest, 2022? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. In Vegas, when I went to Misbehaves All-Stars, whatever it was, and someone did the Flashdance thing and then pulled a bucket of water onto them. And I'm like, oh yeah, all those memes are making sense now.
I'm having a look at it just now. He did not do the bucket pull.
He could have done it with, like, glitter, anything.
But yeah, I fucking forgot how fucking good he was. Like, proper leotard. Like...
Hey, you're not allowed to use that word anymore. Oh, leotard. Never mind.
The other thing that, now that I'm thinking about it...
That look on your face. Like, what the fuck did I say?
The other thing that I forgot that he did was on the Mitchell and Webb, there's a sketch that is like a parody of Pride and Prejudice, where it's like, oh, Mr. Darcy won't dance, whatever. But it's like
I know this, yeah.
the conga one. It's like several like young ladies have been left out.
Yeah.
And he's like the free dance champion or something. And they do Regency, like, what was it? Hit Me Baby One More Time on the piano. It took me years to figure out that's what it was, but oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So good. I like Robert Webb.
I should actually, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I really need to watch that I really should have. We were talking about it in bonus content. One day I'll sit down and I'll watch all of Mighty Boosh.
Yeah.
Make David Acton happy. Make him feel like he raised me well.
Mm-hmm. You got to watch Mighty Boosh. You've got to watch more Vic and Reeve.
I do.
Mortimer.
I do.
You need to watch Mitchell and Webb, and you need to watch Armstrong and Miller.
That. And also that Scottish show.
Still Game.
Yep. Yeah. I was going to say Stillborn, and I was like, that is not right. We have an interruption.
Give me a minute. I can hear banging downstairs. It's mother opening and closing drawers.
Gosh. making a statement like she's angry but doesn't want to say she's angry, so she's just like, slam.
I don't think she realised I could hear. She was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, because she heard me saying, I'm fucking pissed off. And opened the door, I'm so sorry.
Hear. I couldn't hear, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. I think I'm just looking for I think because my dad so often forgets when I'm recording, so I was like fully prepared to go down and shout at him. You
were like, I'm going to punch Derek in the fucking neck.
Yes.
Yep.
But I'm not. I'll have to find another reason. And she apologises profusely.
Not to me. No need to apologise to me. Yep. Brogan, I've made a terrible mistake.
What have you made a mistake on?
You may notice that I've been hiding behind the pop filter quite a lot. I shaved my entire face. Yeah.
Oh no, let me see.
I don't like it whatsoever. It's terrible. It don't look right. No, it's not right.
Why did you do that?
Like it. I don't really know. No idea. But hey, look, I got a dimple. Never knew that. Yeah.
You look 12.
Yes! We can both pass as a 12-year-old boy. Perfect. Well, that's good. If I look younger, that's fine. But no. I honestly do not recall the last time I shaved. It's been so long since I last shaved. It was like I was in high school learning to shave for the first time. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
I thought we had the same rule that Penn Sunday School does. That when Matt shaves his face... We do now. Yeah. Certainly Fair Chris has that rule. Chris has to warn me if he's going to shave. Because he turned up on camera once and went, what the fuck have you done to your face?
Who is this?
Honestly, I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But listen. It's coming back already. Tiny little scrapey noises. But yeah, scar is still there on my chin from that SciTech injury.
What's that bled.
Where it was they had all these sports. It's a science learning center. They had all these science of sports things, and they had like a sailing thing, and where you pump the handles to make the sail move. Yeah, that thing smacked me in the chin.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a weird scar, dimple. But look, I guess, I think I just wanted to see what I would look like, because I know I definitely didn't I've not shaved post-surgery.
You know that Photoshop exists, so that
that's not going to show what my face looks like.
You could just follow the line of your face. I mean, I know what Matt Donnelly would look like bald. I photoshopped that. Many years ago now.
Don't send it to him.
Oh no, I think it was. He was talking about it, and this would be I think this was before the first Vegas trip, where it was like, I wonder what it would look like if I just shaved it off. So I photoshopped it and sent it to him, and it's like, this is what you'd look like. Please don't.
But no, it's not the same. It would not be the same. It would be what I look like if I had that photoshopped shaved face on my face. That's all it would be. It wouldn't know shape of chin, etc. Scar as well. It wouldn't know these things. But hey, now I know. Couple more days, no one will know.
Curiosity satisfied.
I wouldn't say satisfied. Not in the slightest.
Satisfied in the sense that you know and you will never do it again.
Yeah. I tell you, just based on the amount of styptic I had to use. Do you know what styptic is?
No.
It basically stops you from bleeding.
All right. Well, yeah.
It's a styptic pencil. You wet the tip of it. Dab, 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 dab. It stings. You stop bleeding. Yep. More use than it should have had.
Fair enough.
Which the only reason I had that styptic pencil was one time I was shaving, like just the tidy up shaving, and like I cut myself on the nose because it's got like a back blade on the razor.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't stop bleeding. Thankfully, it wasn't even time of COVID. It was post COVID. So I had some masks around, so I could wear a mask to like go to all these chemists trying to find something to stop the bleeding, because styptic, it's not easy to come by.
Yeah.
In pharmacies and that here. Luckily, I found a place that had one left. And because I think I had like a doctor's appointment that day as well, and I just didn't want to piss blood all over the doctor.
Yeah.
So
that's not, that's not polite.
It's not advised. Yeah, it's not nice. It's just, yeah.
One would even say rude.
Even if the doctor asked for it, I think I'd be like, no, I don't think so.
There are other better ways to donate blood.
Yeah. The doctor doesn't know. I could be diseased. I mean, I'm at the doctor, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Could be for any reason. Mm-hmm. I can't remember why I was there. but I was. But yeah, never will happen again. And no, photos shall not be posted. I'm so glad that don't hit recording.
I'm not hitting record.
You're looking down, and I was like, don't hit the recording in session.
I'm not. I'm not. You'll know. You would know.
Oh, you've just gone print screen.
I can't print screen because it freezes every time I do.
Oh, because it's the new print screen. Man, I hate that. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to drag a box. I wonder if you can like change it back to normal. Probably not. Okay, I worked it out. Maybe I shaved just to try and bring myself back to the good old days. Because remember how I've been playing Where's My Water on my old tablet?
Yeah.
So yesterday I got the iPhone 4 working. I can see your face again.
Face.
By the way, look at the size difference of the iPhone 4 to my current phone. And not just that, the actual screen as well.
Holy shit.
It is insane. The real estate difference.
I mean, I remember the iPhone 4 being huge.
It's this. I could palm this. I could do some magic moves with this. Ready? It's going to disappear. Fucking magic. But no, I went to the trouble of jailbreaking this puppy. Do you know what jailbreaking an iPod and iPhone and iPad? Yeah. It basically allows you to have custom firmware, stuff like that. Homebrew. Yeah. Let's call it that. In this case, it wasn't for homebrew. It was for straight up piracy of an abandoned software.
It's not piracy if the softwares are being abandoned.
The copyright still exists because it was for You Don't Know Jack, the iPhone game, right? Which I thought was gone forever.
Yeah.
I had not been able to find it to obtain on the internet from the usual sources. I wasn't even able to find it through the fake store on a jailbroken iPhone because it don't exist. I did, however, find it on an old hard drive that I had that I didn't know had anything on it.
Wow.
Like an external hard drive that you had to plug into power, and it's so old, it's one of the square USBs.
Wow. That's
how old this is. And I remember jailbreaking iPhones and stuff back in the day took effort. Mm-hmm. It took a lot of skill. All I did was download a program, hit a button, and it was done. Oh, I did have to change the date to 2014 as well. That was the hardest part, because to change a date on an iPhone this old, you can't just like type in what year you want or tap what year you want. You have to scroll through every single day of every single year.
Jesus.
And that was 10 years worth. Yeah, right? So yeah, I've played the first 2 episodes of it, and I don't remember any of the questions because I'm getting them all wrong. Mm-hmm. But it's good and it's bad. It's good because it's part of my completionist collection of having all the You Don't Know Jack games.
Yep.
But it's bad because I specifically remember having to play this on the train going to work to a terrible call center job.
So it's bringing up bad memories.
Not memories, more like feelings, I guess. Just like inherent feeling of dread fills me. Yeah, it's muscle memory. That's all it is. Yeah. That's what it is. But then I also charged my Vita last night as well, after we were talking about it last week.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, it's the Vita. It's not that old. It's not really retro or anything like that. But they're calling fucking DSs and 3DSs retro now. So, but
when did the Vita come out? Did we talk about that?
I think it's about 10 years ago. 2014, I think.
That's what I thought.
Vita release date.
2011!
2011! My goodness.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it feels old. It really does. In comparison to like modern phones and tablets and things like that, the Switch especially.
Yeah.
I'm playing games on this and it doesn't have multi-touch.
Oh.
Unless it's just the game, I don't know. But I'm playing Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
And I can't touch multiple points on the screen at once. But I think maybe it's the game. Yeah. Because I can rotate things in the game. So yeah, maybe it's specific points.
Yeah.
But even the UI, it's PlayStation have experimented with a few different UIs. This is the worst of the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So what I did, I've got the charger. I found it straight away out in the shed, plugged it in, and it wouldn't turn on at all. So it's like the orange PS light was flashing. So I Googled that. First guy on YouTube said, so you haven't turned on your PlayStation Vita for quite some time. And and this is exactly how he talked. And the battery has gone completely flat. So you've plugged it into power to charge the battery, and it's giving you one of these. It's not turning on, and the orange light just keeps on flashing. It will stay solid for a little while, and then it will blink. That's okay.
Can you please speed this up, because this is really annoying me now.
Hey, we've still got 40 minutes to fill, Brogan.
I would be skipping through this.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just saying you had to leave it in on charge for it to get enough power to turn on, which was like an hour or something.
That's what I thought.
I waited for that, and then I turned it on. It booted up, and I think I said out loud, "I've lost interest in this." So even before like looking at any games on it or anything, I was like, I'm done. But I figure I enjoy Sackboy. I only own 3 games, so I'll play the Sackboy, I'll play Uncharted. That'll do.
What's the third game?
It's the Sly Raccoon trilogy. So it's actually 3 other games, but it's only 1 and 2 that come on the cart.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
Number 3 was DLC. Yeah. And when I bought it, it didn't have the DLC code in it. At the time, I was angry, but I looked at the receipt, which was in the case. I only paid $3 for it.
Yeah.
Oh, so bright. Oh, no, you can really see my face. No. But, yeah, so I feel like maybe next I'm going to pull out the Xbox 360.
See how long it takes you to get bored of that.
Yeah. Well, the Xbox 360 would be more of a hardware thing than software, because it would be about getting because it's modded, it'd be getting the mod working again. But yeah. Do you want to know the results of the poll?
Yeah, go for it.
I think this may be the last poll, because now I think people are doing it on purpose. It was a fucking dead heat again, 50-50. But yeah, the poll was only Wayne sees it, or yeah, it's suggestive. And this was the Rio, not the logo, which you thought I was talking about, but the sculpture-y thing that says Rio.
For some reason in my head, it was the Rio logo that was there. And then when I seen the picture, I went, oh, I do remember that. Because when we were there, it's not a brightly lit area. It's not lit up.
No. That also, that was all Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I think you said, okay, you conceded a little bit and said I was correct, that it did look a little suggestive.
Not suggestive as such, just a little bit, like, I understand where you were coming from, because I genuinely couldn't understand it with the Rio logo. That's why I was what the fuck? I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, good. Both title cards this week were photography based.
Yeah.
They were real images.
We don't do that often. But
no, it's been a while.
Sometimes it's just better.
Yeah. I'm glad. I think I'm glad that I went with the prawns embracing bridge over my hastily, shoddily drawn suggestion box for the complaints department.
I preferred the complaints department title, but I preferred the title card for the prawn bridge.
That's okay. That just means we can use the complaints department again.
Yeah.
As a title one day. Speaking of which, if you do have not complaints, corrections department. If you do have a correction, you can email it to us. And probably your best bet is... Okay, look, we got... I don't know why I haven't told you about the issues. We'll talk about this off air. But admin@nicepodbud.com shouldn't be working, but it is. Mm-hmm. But the contact forms on our website is probably the best way because that is going to go directly to us. Cool. And we know it works now because of all the spam email we're getting through it.
Yes.
That was my bad.
Fucking Christ.
I did not turn on the spam filter for the contact form, only for the suggestions box. And now the suggestions box is right on the front page, down on the sidebar, contact form. You click on contact us and it will go through and you can fill in that form. But if you've got suggestions, corrections, or just want to tell Brogan they're doing a good job, you can do it through the forms or admin@nicepodbud or on all social media. But that photo I used, did you notice something about that photo of the bridges?
Not really. But bearing in mind that's the first time I've seen them, so I have nothing to compare it to.
Well, it wasn't the bridges per se. This was one of those duck photos.
Oh.
Yes, the duck is in the photo. So it's a sneak peek of the duck, I think. But yeah. I really like that photo. It seems really well composited, lots of angles going on.
Yeah.
I didn't take it, by the way. So I'm not like fluffing my own Garfield here. I'm just saying it was a good photo.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, do you want to see something weird?
Always.
It's a Pikachu mug.
Pikachu.
Look at his ears.
Look at him.
It's not inherently weird, but if I wanted to drink a coffee out of this, a hot coffee, that is literally, I'd have to tip it upside down because look at the inner lip of that. It's not, you cannot drink out of it.
No, these cups are not designed for that. These cups are designed to put like straws in them.
Yeah, but it's a coffee mug.
It's not a coffee mug. There's a difference.
I'm going to drink my cold milk out of it. I'm going to drink my juice out of it.
This is a child's mug, so yes.
All right. Still, I was looking at it. I was like, I can't drink a hot chocolate even out of it. Maybe I'll make a cold chocolate, but then I remembered that's just called chocolate milk. So I could have a chocolate milk out of it, I guess. But that would just be for the sake of being able to drink out of it.
Oh, those kind of mugs are for aesthetic purposes only.
Okay. I mean, he is winking, and he's got his tongue out, and his ears back. You could put an eye out with these.
Yeah.
You could put out two eyes at the same time. Oh, no, you can't. That's got a handle, and I literally just did that into my nose with the handle. I almost gave myself a black eye.
Taking out your eyes and your nose at the same time, incredibly efficient.
Yeah, but it's a skill, which I apparently possess. Yep. That's not the only thing that I got recently Pokemon themed. As you know, I get all this Pokemon stuff for someone who's not overly into Pokemon.
Yeah.
I also got a pair of Pokemon pajamas, but they are Snorlaxes, these ones. Not Snorlaxes, Blastoises.
I was going to say, I was like, even you know better than that. I do like Blastoise.
Yeah. No, because I also got a pair of Snorlax fluffy socks.
Ah.
And a pair of Pikachu socks. This is a lot of Pokemon stuff. And you're thinking, Wayne, Pokemon is a premium brand. How much did you pay? $100, $150?
You didn't get it at the Pokemon store, so...
No. All up, I think I paid like $17.50 for everything.
That's not bad.
Because Kohl's here are doing a promotion where like you spend $30, get a Pokemon collectible fold-out card thing for every $30 you spend. A Pokemon Day has just been.
It has, yeah.
I think it just lined up.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that because I did post my contribution to the world of Pokemon once again. Yes. I even got to every time I see on Imager in the wild the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell singing the song. Every time I go to the comments, someone has posted either the comic or the video of the comic.
Nice.
No one had done it this time, so I got to do it. So I was very happy with that. But yeah, so that promotion at Kohl's is coming to an end. So they're discounting all the Pokemon merch that they had on sale.
Cool.
It's like these pajamas usually I think were like $40 or something. It said special $12.50. It's like I'd buy that for $12.50. At the checkout, they scanned at $6.
Nice.
I mean, a pair of pajamas for $6, you can't go wrong.
A $40
Pikachu socks.
$40 pair of pajamas for $6. Yeah.
Exactly. And $3 socks, $2 big fluffy Snorlax socks. That mug was $5. That weird Pikachu mug. That's pretty good for a mug.
That's very good.
So I'm happy with those purchases. But I accidentally discovered that someone on the internet, multiple people on the internet, are not happy with a purchase. And that is of Piff's Magic Book.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going. Tell me more.
No, yeah. So I was doing a Google search for something to do with for Piff Comic, right?
Yeah.
So I searched Piff Comic Book. I think I wanted to see if it would come up in images or something like that. And I came across the forum, The Magic Cafe, talking about Piff the Magic Book Volume 1.
Yes.
Of course, there were complaints of okay, there's a big misprinting error, and apparently there are a few misprints in it that I haven't noticed. But there was this one guy that he was giving a review, which was just him bagging the shit out of it, right? Which is fine.
People are entitled to their opinion.
Exactly, right? And he even felt he did say it's all right for the $70. For the book alone, sure. But the collector's edition, like $3.99, $3.50 or whatever the fuck it is, it's like, it's not worth it. You're getting this deck of cards, okay, sure, a so-so coin, a flimsy box with a sticker on it, and an Unfunny comic. I thought that was the best part, because what that proves is that he had no need to purchase this, especially the collector's edition, because he knows nothing about Piff.
Yeah.
If he's not recognizing anything in the comic, he is not the target demographic. He is not the audience that is wanting to purchase this.
Yeah.
So that's great. But yeah, Unfunny comic book. That I'm going to use that as a pull quote. I think online everywhere.
Nice.
For Piff Comic Volume 1.
I mean, this just proves that you do have Piff energy, because between that, I mean, this is coming from
loser of America's Got Talent.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he's like talking about like all this shit that is useless that comes in the collector's edition and the extreme price tag. It's like, dude, you're part of the Magic community. You're used to probably paying a premium for like magic tricks and stuff like that. I get that. And you're like, what the fuck? This is just a book. It's a collector's edition of something. It shouldn't be so fucking goddamn much. It's like, motherfucker, welcome to the world of video games.
Yeah.
That's why this does not shock us, especially. Because you buy a collector's edition of a video game and like it comes with a terribly made statue, you could be paying $400 fucking for that.
I got, like, back in the day, I bought a collector's edition of Castlevania 2. Now, Lords of Shadow 2 even. And I'll be honest, I did buy it on sale. So I got it at a heavily discounted price anyway. I think it was maybe about 20-30 quid when I bought it, down from like $2.50. And it came, what it was like a big black casket with the steel book, the game, a book, like an art book, and figures in it.
Yeah.
Figures were so, but they were like the little mini...
minifig things.
Yeah, like Warhammer size.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that, but like... maybe Warhammer size. And the casket, it was just cardboard. It was
shit.
Sturdy cardboard, don't get me wrong, but a huge, well-built, thick thing, but cardboard nonetheless. I was kind of hoping to be like plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these kind of things, And don't get me wrong, we kind of agree. I think we've spoken about this before. I think Piff was done dirty with the Tacular.
Yeah.
100%.
There's definitely some issues, I think.
100%. But the deck cards, gorgeous. Love the coin.
Love the coin, yeah.
Comic came out great, and the book itself was great. That's the only problem I have is with the Tacular, because I'm like, this could have been better.
Exactly, yeah. But hey, I'm glad I've got one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and if I had to pay for it, it would have been looked at it in the same way as these collector's editions of video games.
Yes.
But then having said that, there's been collector's editions that I should have bought that I didn't, like Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
Mm.
Like that was, I want to say, I can't be right, $600-700 collector's edition? I might be wrong. Maybe it was more like $400 or $500. But either way, it was fucking ludicrous, and it came with a posable hand, and that was it. And DVD and shit, but yeah, steelbook.
I was just thinking to myself, there's one I bought, and I was like, oh, if I got the Castlevania 2, I should have got the Castlevania 1 special edition. I did!
Yeah.
And I think I bought it on eBay. And that one came with a solid metal mask, like a replica, maybe about that big, of, I can't remember what it was called in game, but it basically allowed you to see, it was basically what he was looking for, because it was supposed to be able to bring back his dead wife.
Of course.
It didn't. It allowed him to see her.
So you pulled it out of the box and this ghostly wraith appeared.
I mean, that might have been better. But I mean, it was solidly made. It was very good quality.
Yeah.
You know, I had a little Castlevania shelf back in the day. This was back in my Robert Carlyle days, because Robert Carlyle voiced Gabriel Belmont.
Yeah.
It was a good fucking game, though.
There's definitely been some decent collector's editions, special editions of stuff. Yeah. Like, we talked about GTA 4.6. I got the PS3 version. It was GTA 4 PS3 special edition. That comes with a safety deposit box. I use it.
Yeah.
I keep shit in there. Mm-hmm. And then GTA 5 came with like a bank bag. Not as good, but still cool. Not shoddily made, at least. So I think the last collector's edition of anything I purchased was 7 years ago, and that was Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Yeah, with the statue, and it broke.
I believe the last collector's edition of anything I bought would have been, I think, John Wick 4. Mm-hmm. I've got the John
within the last 12 months.
Probably, yeah.
Well, you saw John Wick 4 in Vegas less than a year ago.
I might have pre-ordered it, what I mean is.
Okay, alright, okay. I get you.
Because I've got the collector's edition of John Wick 3. I actually have two versions of the collector's edition of John Wick 3, because one was an Amazon exclusive and one was a Zavvi exclusive. Now, one came with a coin, and one came with a key card to the Continental Hotel.
Oh, that's cool.
It was good. It was good quality stuff, and it was I liked the John Wick special editions.
Speaking of John Wick, have you seen that there at Area 15 there is a John Wick experience coming?
No.
It's meant to be done up as the Continental Hotel in Paris or somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know when that's due to come or appear. But they're also doing Universal Halloween Horror Nights as well in the same area, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's meant to be a permanent, semi-permanent attraction. So not just for Halloween.
Yeah.
But it's the interactive experience has been for John Wick. I thought it might have just been like maybe just like a walkthrough. Mm-hmm. But apparently there's like a cast of people there to interact with you as well. And it's kind of like maybe like a escape room or something.
I'm just having a wee look at it just now. John Wick heads to Vegas for interactive attraction. Might behoove you to bring a pencil just in case, but a dog not so much. That's the tagline. Yeah. Oh, come on. Provide the goddamn pencil, John Wick experience. Yes. Actually, if they provided a dog, I'd be there. It doesn't say much. It's Area 15. Yeah. Including potential 5th mainline movie in a video. There already is a John Wick video, but...
Yeah.
I find it too hard to play.
Oh, you don't have those John Wick skills.
Well, it's not that. It's turn-based. It's not.
Yeah.
And it feels strange for how the movie runs. But I understand why they did it like that.
Yeah.
But it's not something it involves too much strategy for me to get my head around. I'm a button masher. I'm just like...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. So when you're playing like Dragon Ball Z fighting games, are you trying to pull off moves, or you just smash?
Very rarely am I trying to pull off moves. But it is mashing, but I'll like switch.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not... I'm not actively going 3 X's, then a square, then a circle.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I'm like tapping X and then suddenly tapping... You know, I'm switching between it.
Yeah.
Thinking
Gotcha.
about it.
Yeah.
Which is really hard. But because I learned... So I booted up... I've been playing Judgment again.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been great, because I forgot that game is actually really, really good. And I think was the first one that I was like, oh, this is a PS5 experience. It's very pretty. But the reason I booted it up again is because the trophy I still need is all the mini games.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, I'm not completing the game then doing that. I'm going to try and complete it as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I spent ages playing the mini games, and I finally managed to beat the fighting games in it. But there's one fighting game, it's Virtua Fighter 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Where you have 7 rounds you have to beat, and then you've got an extra round.
So it's got... Hang on. The game Judgment has the game Virtua Fighter 5 in it?
Yes.
Cool.
It's got Virtua Fighter 5, Virtua Fighter 2, Fighting Vipers, Fantasy Land Opa or something, Outrun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah, MotorStorm. You can play darts. You know, there's
MotorStorm.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 3 launch title racing game? MotorStorm?
It is a racing game. You're on like a bike.
Okay. And, I'm pretty sure MotorStorm was a launch title for PS3.
Oh, maybe. But it's like, because it's all meant to be, you're playing it, your character's playing it in an arcade.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the Virtua Fighter 5 it's fine. I could get all the way through it and complete the 7 stages, apart from the last stage, which is somebody called Durell.
Purell. He eliminates germs.
She's so fucking hard to beat, because she's so fast and she just will pick you up and just does not get break.
Yeah.
And like, I'm looking it up and I'm like, how do people beat her? And they're like, ring out. And I'm like, but you can't, you move to go behind her and she fucking kicks your ass.
Yeah.
And then just one day I found a character whose combo was faster than hers if you hit it at the right time.
Yep.
And I fucking beat her and I was like, yes! Yes, bitch.
The long-awaited, finally done.
Yeah. So now I just need to learn how to play Mahjong.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to win Mahjong, which is even harder.
Oh, maybe you're a little young for this. I don't know. There was a version, or a couple of versions of Windows that came with a Mahjong game.
I don't think I had the Mahjong one. Maybe I did.
Yeah, it wasn't like the game Mahjong. It was like where it builds up stacks of it.
Yes.
And you remove them. And I have no idea how to play that still, what matches. It was always like, highlight the matches for me.
Yeah, I don't know what version of Mahjong that was. That was not how the one in this thing works.
Hey, I know someone you could talk to.
Who?
Good buddy Big Sexy.
That's right.
I
forgot Big Sexy played Mahjong. I might have to get him to give me a tutorial.
Yeah, he might be able to link you some decent videos or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's not that I'm hugely bad at it. It's just because I understand at a basic level what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
But when I think I've got it, it doesn't give me the little option to say, yeah, you've got the thing. And you're like...
I think, is Mahjong something like Gin Rummy? Is it kind of like Gin Rummy?
What's Gin Rummy? Remind me.
Where you're trying to get, like, 4 of the same number or straights.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very similar to Gin Rummy.
It's that with tiles.
Yeah. So it's more like Rummy... Oh, no, it's not like Rummy Cup. Rummy Cup's a bit different, I think. Yeah.
So I have to learn that.
No idea how to play.
I have to learn shogi.
Shogi?
Yeah, which is little tiles with like...
I think
it's like chess. Which is even harder.
Yeah.
The blackjack and poker.
I know how to play blackjack.
I can play blackjack, mostly because I have a strategy guide, which I mostly know by now. but it's very much luck of the draw of what your dealer gets.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't have the patience or the time to count cards.
You're not getting very far with the counting cards. I mean, for starters, I don't know if they have to tell you how many decks are in the shoe.
No.
In real life, I should say. In video games, they probably really don't have to tell you how many are in the shoe.
No. I think, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. But the good thing with that is I only need to win a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many times I lose. It's not like, oh, you've won 40k, but you've lost 20k. It's not saying, oh, you've won 20k. The 40k is on the I've won up to.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's just a case of time. It's the same with poker.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I see your gambling in Vegas is all the machines, isn't it?
Well, I don't gamble a lot
Minimal.
anyway.
You standing there waiting.
Yeah.
Let's put some money in this machine.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably next time I go back, I would sit at a blackjack table. I think that's what I was gonna say. Confident enough that I could try a blackjack table.
Do you know what my suggestion is? Downtown, $1 blackjack. I can't remember which hotel it is, which casino. So that means you could go in with $20, and sure, you're not gonna really win big.
Yeah.
But you're not going to lose big either. You could probably spend an hour with $20 at a $1 blackjack table. That's 20 hands, and you don't have to play. You can sit out a hand and stuff like that. But then they might have side bets as well. So I don't know, maybe $50. Maybe $50.
Yeah, because I was thinking I don't know, $50 or something, getting $5 chips and $5 blackjack at one of the casinos, because that's 10 hands.
I don't know if especially on the Strip. I think it's all minimum $10 blackjack now. It's all minimum $10. I think, yeah. No, I think just for I can't remember if I mentioned this when we're going through new things to do in Vegas. Where one of them was, I always feel like yes, you can go to a casino at a particular time on particular day and learn how to play a game, right? Yeah. I always say they should have just some tables out the back just to fuck around on. They just give you some chips. You're not winning money. You're not losing money. Sure, maybe you're drinking, having a good time. So they're still making money off you.
Yeah.
But you can just pretend gamble, right?
Just kind of get used to the how it works.
Yeah, exactly. There is at least one place in Vegas that you can go to, which is in a shopping mall. It might even be in the fashion show mall, I'm not sure, where you can go and learn how to play the table games and just play the table games. But then I learned that they're charging you an hourly fee to do this.
Well, I suppose it depends what the hourly fee is. Well,
yeah, but if it's blackjack, you could probably spend the same amount and maybe come out with a little bit of cash.
Maybe, but I mean, if it's $5 an hour... you're probably okay.
I'm thinking Australian prices as well, so I'm thinking $20, $25 an hour.
Yeah.
So, that's what I think I would do if I was going to do gambling in Vegas for fun. I'm not going to because it's too easy to keep on putting money into a machine.
Yes.
And table games are so expensive. If you can do table $1 blackjack, that satiates my desire to lose money and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could walk the back alleys of downtown and see if someone would hold me up at gunpoint or knife point. That would be fun as well.
I feel like I would want
that's the word.
I'd want to sit at a table with either Schwood, Jury, or Jacob.
Yes, absolutely.
Or all three. And I would like to be able to just turn around and say, what do I do? What should I do?
Oh, no, sir, no. I thought you were talking about sit down with Schwood and Jury and take part in Arsehole Blackjack.
Oh, I mean, I would quite like to do that as well.
I would like to have the bankroll for that. Yes.
That would be after I've won a certain amount of money playing blackjack already. Yeah. But I will say, actually, speaking of which, it did... give me a reality check playing this on Judgment. Did give me a reality check of I'm not just going to go to Vegas and win 20k playing blackjack.
Oh, absolutely
Even
not.
if I have a strategy guide.
Yeah. Your best chance of winning, you said 20k?
Yeah.
Best chance of winning is playing one hand, $10,000 bet.
Yep. But I don't
Best
have
case scenario,
$10,000
blackjack.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have the 10 grand just to yep. Where are we? All right. We've got a bit of listener feedback. I'm gonna classify it all as cheese bag mail. So let's hit that music.
There
we go. Took a couple of presses. So that was a long time. But yeah, we got a few things. The first one is by ways of @HTIRG1 on Twitter. I feel like I know who this is, but I don't.
I feel, yeah, I think I know who you mean, and I'm like,
yeah,
I know who you are, but
anyway, they've said, they've given us some good feedback, which I am going to take on board. They've said, wouldn't go to the lion habitat. I went last year and they are kept in appalling conditions. Tiny cages with absolutely nothing else there and one lion per cage. Similarly, the giraffe is in the smallest place possible and used for photo opportunities only.
Aww.
So yeah, I mean, I understand that it is a habitat and it is meant to be like a rescue, but I feel like it would be depressing to go to.
Yeah.
Because the money they are making is going back into looking after them, I believe. So I've been led to believe on this YouTube video that I watched. But yeah, that's enough to make me not want to go.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. And we've also got something from, look, I think this is 3 episodes in a row, my mother.
Oh!
But this is a continuation of the whole Boodle situation.
Oh, the Boodle saga continues.
The Boodle saga continues. So they've said, driving to work with the roof open. They have like a moonroof in their car. The guy in the car next to me laughed like crazy, hearing me scream at the car, "Fuck no, shut up, Boodle." Then Boodle apologizes 3 times, sitting at the lights. Now, interesting note, this doesn't happen when Brogan says it, it's only when I say it.
That's hilarious. So
yeah.
I can say Google, and you can't.
No, it's Boodle. It's Boodle only.
It is Boodle.
But apparently, she glared at him, wound down the window, and shouted, "Podcast! Hey, buddy, nice podcast." He apparently understood, gave a thumbs up, and yelled, "I'll look for it." I doubt that.
Dear, I hope he does. I hope he does, and he's listening, and he goes, "That's me!"
Dear car guy in the car next to my mother who was swearing in public. That's right, that's where I get it from. Welcome and hello, Cheesebag. I'm going to say now, probably not our best episode, and this is only a 1 episode week, so you're gonna have to wait till next week now to get even, the usual high standard, hey buddy, nice podcast quality content.
Yeah. We're both poorly, would you say?
Poorly, yeah, sure.
Not at the top of our game.
Yeah, yep. There we go. There's our cheese mail. Oh, that was perfect timing for the music and all as it kicks out. But yeah, that's our feedback. Cheese bag mail, cheese mail bag. I still can't decide which one's better. Because if it's cheese mail bag, the mail is in brackets, or it's cheese bag mail, and it just makes sense. Yeah, okay, I've talked myself out of it. That makes sense. Something else we need to talk about is this is almost a year in the making. I had honestly totally forgotten about it.
Oh, yes!
Yeah. So from now, because it may have been in the patron stuff, not in the main show.
Yes. So
of Pod Therapy.
So, March Madness is coming up.
Yes.
I'm saying those words. I don't want anybody to really explain it to me. I don't really know what March Madness is.
Well,
I don't even know what
college basketball. That's it.
You fucking
that's all I know.
ruined it. I was going to say, I don't even know what sport it's for.
That's all I. You're gonna have to know.
I'm gonna have to know
the
that's
sport.
True.
Yeah. That's all though. That's all I know.
We know nothing. But when we were in Vegas last year, we were there about the time that March Madness ended. And
yes.
Nick was sad because he had lost.
He lost the betting bracket that they had amongst themselves.
Yeah, yes. So he lost the Pod Therapy bracket, so had to buy the others sushi.
I believe they went to sushi, exactly. Yeah.
So it was like, I should just do a random generator, and we said, we'll fill out your March Madness form for you. We don't know shit about this. If you want it truly random, we'll do it. I was like, haha, okay.
Yep.
And I've been catching up with Pod Therapy, and I'm slowly adding my patrons back on because I had to take off a lot of stuff. I had to cut a lot of money back because I had to clear my credit card.
Needing money. Yeah,
I needed
needing money.
That's since been fixed, and I'm slowly adding stuff back on, so I was able to get back on the Patreon. So they were talking about stuff last week. Oh, who's recently joined? Brogan Hastings, and they gave us a shout out, which was nice.
Yeah.
And I'd actually emailed Nick saying, I heard you guys talk about March Madness. If you still want it, Wayne and I will do your sheet for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were talking, Brogan, oh yeah, hey buddy, nice podcast. So I heard from Brogan actually, and they're still up for doing our brackets.
Yep.
So as it stands at the moment, as of recording, I am speaking to Nick tomorrow to find out what's happening, or what he needs us to do. But I am going to fill out a form for Nick and for Jacob, and you're going to fill out a form for Jim and Whitney.
But now, was it Nick or was it Jim who suggested that scenario that you do the one for Nick and Jacob and Nick. I do Whitney and Jim? It was Nick. Nick's a smart man. Nick knows what he's doing.
Nick said, I'll get, Brogan does mine and wait.
Yeah.
And I was like, subtle. He's
because the one thing I do know about college basketball, right, is so patron of Hey Buddy Nice podcast and of Not So Good at This, Andrea.
Yes.
Supports me at a level where they can force me to draw a comic, right? And one of their suggestions was something about Jim not liking UNLV.
Which is strange because...
Or saying that they suck, basically.
Which, again, it's strange because he's a faculty member at UNLV.
Yeah, that too, yeah. How long has he been faculty, though?
Not long.
Exactly.
I discovered... Because I hadn't listened to Pod Therapy for a while. I discovered that Jim was faculty at UNLV when the shooting happened.
Yes. Yeah.
That was how I found out. And I didn't... Yeah. So I was very confused and concerned as to why people were saying, Jim, are you okay? And I'm like, what does Jim have to do with the shooting? That's nowhere near his office or the Pod Therapy recording. And it was weeks later that I was like, oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I felt bad for not reaching out and seeing if he was okay.
Well, we talked about it at the time as well,
yes.
when it was that week of the recording. We were like, do we even mention it? Do we talk about it? Whatever, because, I mean, we have more friends in Las Vegas than anywhere else in the fucking world.
That's
true. I think we just, just figured we know the people we know were safe, so that's, there was nothing we can add to the conversation.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it stands at the moment. Is Nick claimed me, and Nick decided that you were doing Jim's.
Pawned me off to Jim. Look,
and then I claimed Jacob, and you've got Whitney.
Yeah. Hey, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. I like Whitney.
I should say it as well that nothing against Whitney, obviously. I did not pick Jacob to fuck him over.
Of course not.
No.
No. So, when I said, I like Whitney, you immediately started talking and interrupted me. I feel like I need to say, I also like Jim.
We like all of them. We do like Pod Therapy. Pod Therapy are our buds.
Yeah, exactly. Even though if I feel like, yes, Jim hates Wayne. I don't know why I get that impression, but sometimes I feel like Jim hates me. But anyway, do I do it earnestly? Do I do it randomly, or do I say top seed for Jim is UNLV?
Completely up to you. What I will say as well is they also decided that the loser of our picks comes on this podcast and we.
Why is that a punishment?
No, that's not the punishment, so we can give them a punishment.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I missed that part. Yeah. I just heard the loser has to go on Hey Buddy Nice podcast. It's like, oh gee, thanks guys. Yeah, I know we're not as big as Pod Therapy, you know, we don't have the same audience base.
No, it was so we could decide a punishment.
Okay, all right.
Although I'm tempted to say, assuming that Jacob doesn't lose, I'm tempted to say, Jacob, tell me what their punishment should be.
Yeah. Well, my concern is that, like, we're a part of this. Mm-hmm. So, does that mean...
We don't have our own sheets for us.
Does it... Oh, yeah, but we're part of it still. We would be a part of it. Does that mean we should really be getting punished? I don't think so.
No.
I'm just saying that. Yeah, good.
No,
All right.
This is. I think this is an experiment where I think Jim decided this was like a pace car. So they have their own sheets that they're filling out, and then our sheets are separate for them, and they have to beat our sheets.
They have to beat out. Okay, so they're playing against us. Really, is what it is.
Kind of. If anybody loses against their sheet, I don't know. I'm going to check with Nick and find out what the exact details are.
We can work it out because yeah, all right, cool. Should do that. But yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to do any research. I don't think at the very least. Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm probably going to do exactly how Nick described it, which was they're artists. They're going to look at the pictures and go, "I like that one. It's got pretty colours."
Yeah. Do it the Pendulette way, based on which teams have the best costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. There is mascots. There is names of stadiums. There's various ways we could do this.
Yep. Who has the tallest players? Do it from order of tallest to shortest on average.
Who has the player with the best name on their team or the best nickname?
Make no mistake. Make no mistake. I'm not going into this not doing work.
Yeah.
It just won't be the correct work.
Yeah. Can we Paul Mattingly baby stay out this bitch?
Yeah. That's right. And we have. I think it's only fair that we say our process as to how we chose what we chose.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
I might
must.
use a different technique for each sheet.
Yeah. I wouldn't do the same technique for both Nick and Jacob.
I might, but I wouldn't like what I mean by that is I would if I was using a random number generator. If I end up going that route, I would maybe do that for both. Because the chances of it coming up the same for both isn't very high.
So I think historically, Nick has done pretty bad, right?
Yes.
What you should do for Nick is just do the reverse order. So
Nick, give me your sheet.
Yeah.
Actually,
exactly.
You know what? He actually did okay. He did okay. He
didn't win against the others.
Well, he didn't make the semi-finals last year because Jim fixed Whitney's sheet. And made picks for her.
I didn't know Whitney was part of March Madness last year because she was only just getting in on the podcast the episode after ours.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly, but I know that there was something to do with that because there was a court of shenanigans on the Patreon site.
Yeah. I saw that there's a cheating scandal from Mr. Jim Jobin.
Yes.
Going on. And his punishment.
Specifically Mr.
Yes, Mr. Jim Jobin.
Oh, yeah, because that's Kevin Anderson. Kevin Anderson would have got through.
Speaking of Andrea, Kevin, yeah.
And yeah, his punishment is to decide a laptop sticker. And I said, Kevin, if that laptop sticker you want Jim to have doesn't exist, I will make it for you. You just tell me what you want it to say, and I will make it. Even if it's a hunky boy Jacob or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
you can
it just
tell that
says
we're
I like
serious
butts.
about this.
I like butts.
You can tell we are serious. Serious that there should be no cheating and that we are approaching this seriously because we did refer to Jim as just Jim and Mr. Jim Jobin.
We did not give him his full title.
Yeah. If Jim loses, he loses his title of doctor, like in real life.
Oh no, he's already done that because he's lost his PhD to Jacob.
Oh no!
Did you not know that?
Has he looked behind the couch?
No, it is owned by Jacob.
No, I did. I'm so far behind on everything. Pod therapy is one of my behinds on. I'm only up to Super Bowl on ICS right now.
Wow.
I was in the correct month, and then March happened.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. Jim does not own his PhD. It belongs to Jacob.
Okay, but Jacob owns the piece of paper. He doesn't own the degree.
I don't believe that's what the bet was for. I believe it was for the PhD.
Okay, so he's only now known as King Lord Mr. Jimothy. He's lost the doctor.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure there is more to that name, but I just can't remember it right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually Kevin. If you're listening, or Andrea, if you're listening and Kevin isn't, tell him this. Some kind of sticker for Jim for his laptop that says co-host of the #1 life coach podcast.
No. A sticker that just says property of Mr. Jim Jobin.
Oh,
yes. I like that one. I like property of Mr. Jim Jobin. Oh, goodness.
Property of Mr. Jim Jobin, courtesy of Dr. Jacob the audio guy. Dr. Jacob the audio guy.
Dr. Jacob the audio guy, yeah. And then in brackets, life coach.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I think guy in the car next to my mother, write in, let us know how we did. Let us know what you thought of this episode. You can do that simply by going to nicepodbud.com, clicking on the contact us button, sending us an email, or writing us admin@nicepodbud.com. I think I worked out why that works.
Why?
Because I think the email that they've set up for us, our registrar, it also works as a catch-all. Long story short, they deleted our email address and replaced it with contact@nicepodbud.com. Don't know why.
Ah, okay.
But admin works. But the website, the best way to contact us. Or you know what? You could go to nicepodbud.com/Patreon. And you can contact us that way as well. I didn't know that people could contact us through Patreon. Even if you're not a paid subscriber. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying don't go to Patreon and not be a paid subscriber. I mean, we'd greatly appreciate it if you did. It was just a few bucks a month, and you get extra content. You get to see all the notes taken about the show, things like that, and any upcoming breaking news. Like we've had breaking news before, it will be on the Patreon. You know what? There we go. That'll be the first place for our March Madness brackets for the Pod Therapy peeps.
Yes. As soon as the Pod Therapy peeps have it, we'll release it on Patreon.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Of course, they'll get it first, and then our there we go. Stuff. There's even a level where we'll send you actual physical things, and you know what? Maybe we'll even send you a printed copy of those sheets of the March Madness brackets. I don't even know if I'm using the right terminology when I say March Madness brackets.
No. February stuff is going out today.
Good. Yeah, February. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. That means I have March. Mm-hmm. I'll have to start thinking of things. Okay, I already got some ideas. Cool. Yep. All right. But yeah, you can also reach out to us on social media @NicePodBud, and you know what? You can even whisper in Brogan's ear. You can be like, "Hey, Brogan, I want Nick to win. This is what you should..." No, don't do that. Brogan doesn't want to know nothing. But you can just say, "Hey, look at the costumes on those guys in Notre Dame. They look pretty fancy, don't they?" See, look, there's another team name I knew.
You know what? If somebody wants to guide me in this, that would be quite funny as well. Yep. If somebody wants to give me tips, I will take all tips and I will consolidate them and make my choices based on the advice I am given.
And that is via @7BillionNeedles on social media.
And you can talk to Wayne and, just maybe say, "Hey, I'm the guy that your mother shouted at from a car." And,
she did, yeah.
Yeah. And say, "Hey, me.
Yep.
I listened.
Or if you
not impressed."
If you know the best way to do this thing to fuck with Mr. Jim Jobin, let me know. I'm not saying I will do it. I would just like to have all the information.
Open to ideas.
Yeah.
You can contact him at Wayne Geo.
That's correct. Very much so. But that's it. We're done. We're out. Thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
And as always, stay fresh, cheese bags.